to have that freedom to play at his best. I was looking at some of the numbers, actually, and Favin's T-side numbers are really good. He's actually one of those few players who has a higher rating on T-side. He's got a 1.27 T rating, which is genuinely something you see from very few players. Like, that is one of the better numbers out there right now. So excited to see if Favin can keep it up. Excited to see if Sprout can bounce back. We've got the third map decider, Dinko. Let's see if we're going to have a good game on our hands after the blowout from Sinners on the second.
Yeah, lights out and away we go, Hulka, into the final map here. Mirage. It's going to be a smoke and a kit on B-Stick. The rest on Kevlar for Sinners. 3 players early going through the underpass. Looks like it could be a potential A split through Connector and Palace. Straight away here, Sprout into the pistol. How's the setup deal with this one, Hawker? Look how many players are here for the defense, and Oscar as well at window. This surely is going to work out for the CT side. They've just got all the good positions. Oscar's got the first kill as well.
Traded out by Speedy, who gets a second,
Oh, no!
and now Favin comes out onto the A side of the map. Oh, it's all gone horribly wrong for Sinners, but a good start for Sprout. And that's what we wanted to see from them. Bouncing back from Nuke, it's Sprout who win the pistol and put themselves in pole position early on this map.
Yeah, certainly, Hawker. You're looking at this one, Sprout with the pistol win. They got that over on the previous map as well, so hopefully they can actually do something with it this time. But let's just talk about how Sinners had everything go so well for them in that round in terms of had the right players in the right side of the map. Oscar picks up the first pick, overextends to the peak, did that a few times yesterday as well. But they just had everything looking like on paper was about to work out perfectly for Sinners. Just didn't work out that way. Sprout just came out and hit the shots, catch a little bit of a timing where Sinners are transitioning their positions. And I think Sprout will be very happy about that pistol win.
Yeah, really good start for them. Seeing Favin step up early, obviously a nice sign, but also Spitty having some good impact. And this is a full investment from Sinners. Even if it is just the Deagles. Have to respect the power of the pistol. CSGO, Dinko. Seems like they should be okay this time, though. They've got the A-site control. I think Sinners might actually save.
Key. Not to walk his way through. And CT spawn mid-play coming right into Rouse, and the MAC-10 gets spotted. Little peek around the corner, his backpack I think was spotted that, so easy kill for them. Key able to pick up Oscar in the aggressive CT play. But Sinners not really expected to get too much out of this round. Sprout, it's all about limiting the casualties, not wanting to lose too many members.
Now that you've got the rifles on all the other players remaining on Sprout, definitely would prefer not to lose any of them. There's more valuable weapons in hand. Sprout even upgrading to USPs because they're saving in CT spawn. But Sinners do also want to hold on to their guns. Oh, they won't even be allowed though. Key with a great shot at the end. Yeah, Sinners want to hold on to their guns so they can just try and do a bit more damage into this next one. They won't be able to invest too much because they'd rather save their cash to make sure they have as strong a buy as possible into the first gun round. So they'll be using mostly the weapons they saved and then a couple of other weapons sprinkled into the buy. Will it be a recipe for success though? Probably not for Sinners, but they've gone for some Palace aggression. Trying to see if they can make this round a brawl as they push into ramp. There's a nice kill from Neo Frag, but so far, so good for the AKs.
So far, so good for Sprout at the beginning of Mirage. Trying to keep it clean. And these kind of rounds, it still always poses a little bit of a threat when it comes to the Deags. Even still at this point, you have to respect what is possibly still on the server. And that'll be Shock playing from default. Swings out into Slacks. Easy kill for the AK. Beastie gets aggressive through the apartments, trying to create some space here and see what's available up here, but nothing will be spotted in fact. And then it's going to be Rouse putting the bomb down. Sprout looking for 3 in a row. Beastie and Zedko now walking their way through middle, trying to find anything on the extremities. Potentially a rifle to be dropped here, but No one's playing close towards connector. No one wants to give away a weapon here. And it's a smart play from Sprout not to give anything away. Do not concede a single drop of your cash. As B-Stick starts to go forward, might find Slacks on his lonesome here, and that's an AK, but the CZ unable to line up the shots. Zeko nowhere near for an exit pick, and that's 3 in a row for Sprout. Nice and clean, Hawker.
Clean work from Sprout. Don't have to get their hands dirty. You may have a harder time here, though, because finally we get the buy from Sinners, and they made sure to save enough money so that this buy would be very solid. You've got the AWP out for Oscar. You've got full nades on most of the players. Even a double AWP setup straight away, Dinko. They don't want to faff about with some M4s. They want the 2 AWPs out immediately. It'll be costly to keep this up, but if that's what they're confident in, they're going to go with it. They've lost the early frag, though. It's the AWP of Slacks I should have been looking at.
Slacks gets the pick, and this is one we need to talk a little bit about. You know, on Mirage, maybe you can start to have a bit more impact. It's one of those AWPers that can sometimes show up. Isn't always going to be the star or the man of the show, but when he does have a good game, can be a fantastic asset to the Sprout team. Good start to the round, too. Sinners can't really afford to play retake with this double up setup, also with the lack of utility. So, making a bit of an aggressive play to try and pick up info on Zeko. This is very aggressive. That's the bomb now on the other side. Zeko comes away with a pick, and he gets away.
Yeah, Favin could not commit to trying to trade too heavily there because he had the bomb alone in the apartments. Elsewhere, Sprout looking for some information back towards A. They realize they've lost control of B. They want a quick response. Keys snuck into stairs. That makes life awkward now for Sinners as they try and rotate in to help on A. Could be very uncomfortable for them. You can already see Oscar having to watch the backside, and Shot loses out. Now B-Stick in CT has to hold.
Bomb getting planted towards triple. B-Stick able to come through with one, and the spam not too far off landing, but Favin, this position with the AWP, it's difficult to make it work, but he's hit the shot, and now it's a double up retake coming in for Sinners. I mentioned just a few moments ago how difficult this can be, and now they're starting to lose players. Zeko tucks his way back into the site, but Key and Favin both play in good spots for the post plant, and Favin catches the peak. 4 rounds now for Sprout put on the board.
Well played from Favin in the post plant. As you were saying, those 2 AWPs can find it tough to get back into the site at times. And that is part of the issue. When Sprout got that ground through connector, through mid into stairs, that's kind of what I was concerned about, is that they were quickly getting that foothold towards the A side of the map. And having those AWPs means that if that bomb does go down, you have to try and take the initiative back. That's not something that Sinners can do successfully. Sprout off to a flying start here, Dinko. They're looking for revenge. They want to try and stomp Sinners the way they got stomped on Nuke.
Sinners, not really too much inspiring going on at the beginning of round 5. They're just holding these tight angles, trying to allow Sprout to walk into their crosshair. Potentially a little bit of magic can come from the Deagles, but that is all that Sinners can really hope for in a round like this. 3-man mid take from Sprout. 1 player at each extremity at B and A. Spitty task to the B plate. Neofrag towards ladder room, has Key all committed alone. That's going to be a rifle down and 1 pick in favor of Sinners. Re-smoke goes down from the CT side. That's going to allow that rifle to be recollected. And will maintain control of the advantage up until this point. Rouse hits that spaceman in towards the A site. Neofrag and the AK-47 alongside Oscar have found kills for the CTs. And Zeko knows that Spitty's hopping up into the window. The Deagle gets in behind. Not only is that a kill, but the bomb is dropped in the window. That has put Rouse into the 1 versus 2. And magic does happen. Sinners win their first round off the back of Deagles.
Oh, Sinners clearly have something to say about Sprout's strong start. They don't want to get stomped here today on this final map. They come through with the pistols. They find themselves in some good positions, and then that sneaky play towards short, just finding that little bit of cover. Here's the player jumping into window. Easy frag on an unsuspecting opponent. Now this becomes a highly competitive round here in round 6. Neither side has money in the bank. Big moment here early in the half. Favin almost getting the frag out right. The nade won't do damage, but Shock could have been caught out there. Just about reacts onto Rouse in time, but look at Favin trying to lead the charge. They're still going for fights, and Spitty gets a double. B-Stick not ready for Key at top mid, and that might just seal the deal on this round.
Oscar with a potential clutch on his hands again. Often the master in these situations can win Sinners some unreasonable rounds. But he would have to come through the stairway into 2 players at Sandwich and then 1 player towards Palace as well. This is a very difficult clutch for Oscar to even think about winning, never mind pulling it off into reality. Oscar could deny the plant. He has. First kill in. Oscar now looking for a second pick, and he spotted one at default. Oh, nearly a chance there for Oscar, but in the end it will go down. Key comes in for a 5th round on Sprout, but I started to believe that, Hawka. I started to believe.
Looks scary for a second. Sprout quickly make sure that that second doesn't last for too long. Timeout taken by Sprout. 5-1 up. Still a buy on the Sinners side. Definitely an impressive start here from Sprout, though. Again, Spitty has really been fragging recently, Dinko. It's been nice to see him have a bit of a revelation. No longer as the IGL for the team, having a lot of impactful moments. Oftentimes it seems like it's Favin taking a lot of the early action, and then Spitty is kind of middle of the pack following up, and he's got pretty solid decision making, clearly able to get some solid trades so far. 5-1 up for the time being, but still a buy for Sinners. Definitely showed that they could be competitive, and there's an early kill from Zedko, proving that very fact.
Yeah, that's a good start for Sinners. They need more of that. They need more of these opening picks just to give them that little bit of breathing room at the beginning of these rounds. Minute 30 seconds left. Sprout starting to send players away from this B site. Mid aggression. Oh, Oscar opening pick found for the Sinners side has been followed up. Oscar with a second kill for the CT side. That bomb is being spotted at top middle as well. Is this Favin Palace play going to reap any rewards? Look at the timing on Shock's look away. He goes back, flash into Slacks, mid-place, just keep working here for Sinners. Shock does eventually get spotted. Favin will lose that fight somehow. Shock brings him down, and it's flawless for Sinners. 5 stay alive, 2nd round locked in.
Oh, I thought for sure Favin was going to get the kill onto A, and that's when it maybe becomes slightly uncomfortable for Sinners, but yeah, that mid control was just brutal. Sprout never got any opportunity there on mid after losing that first fight. Sinners felt as though they had that freedom to continue to control, continue to make that play. Oh, I don't think that's the molly Oscar wanted. He might have wanted to molly window so that the smoke wouldn't have obscured his vision. Doesn't matter though, because Sprout have a lower buy. They've had to buy what they can, but they don't have much utility. They're going to go for the A play, and Shock goes down early.
Oh, that's a big kill to find here for Sprout into a desperate round win. Sinners cannot afford to lose this. Spitty's already pushed down the stairway. He's got himself into such a good position at connector, but Neofrag, he's read it, he's spotted him, he knows he's in here, and Spitty is dead. That's a big kill to find. That actually gives Sinners the advantage back. Psycho placed in CT spawn. Neofrag in from jungle. He's found another kill, finally put to death, but the bomb plant will come in at least for extra cash. And advantage sides once again, with Sinners followed up by Oscar's open. Now all on the pole of Key. We'll see if he can pull off the 1v3. Does damage on the B-Stick. Now it gives away his position at jungle. Good kill on the Zedko. Is there a chance here for Key to pull off this round? The answer is no, as Oscar swings into the fight. A 3rd round now for the CT side. Not without damage though, Hawkus. Sprout making them sweat every single time in these lower buy rounds.
Showing that they will be putting up a good fight, but Sinners are working their way back into this. An early kill from Sprout was a big part of why they could make that round competitive, though. Winning that initial fight into ramp means they can start to scale onto the bomb site much more comfortably. Still ends up being a Sinners round, and Sinners still want to go for this double AWP setup, Dinko. This is against the pistols in this round. Should be okay for them. Always is slightly scary. If those AWPs miss a shot or two, then they could start to get into that awkward scenario where you don't want that AWP to get run down. Pretty important that they have the rifle support in this round. Ooh, Rumboost came out into top mid. Zedko unable to spot that out. Here's Speedy up close. He actually had the opportunity there, but thankfully for Oscar, his teammates there to help him.
Ooh. Let's get cleaned at least. 2 kills for Slacks on the way out of the round. 4 rounds for Sinners as they are now 1 away from tying it up. Sprout off to a good start, but Sinners starting to come into their own. We'll see if Sprout can win this gun round, because their previous gun round attempt was a flawless round win for Sinners, Hawker. You can't really allow that to happen again.
Tightening up. Okay, so is that a molly that Oscar's throwing on purpose? That's interesting. Get back to that later because we've got the mid control already being contested for. Oscar's pushed into underpass right now. So he's kind of in a position where he is committed to staying towards mid. Could be awkward. The AWP may need some assistance from his riflers, and he's got just that. Neofrag puts down the covering fire, and Slacks misses the opportunity to bring it back.
Great opening. Yeah, with Slacks' missed shot unanswered, it's going to be a big problem here. Slacks realizes he has another opportunity potentially in towards short, and he does get overrun. Shot from Zetko on the swing, the wallbang connects for the head. And B-Stick now holds down the B site as the anchor player. 2 players beginning their walk into the B site. His teammate Zetko has been removed from the round, but B-Stick still unchecked, and the AWP of Oscar's rotated over to the B site. And that leaves Favin, and oh, he's being watched for as well. 5-5 as Sinners just lose 1 single player into the gun round, Hawker. Oh, these gun rounds are starting to become very one-sided now. Sinners getting into a rhythm, and Sprout really struggling to keep up with the pace.
Yeah, I love how sticky Sinners are being on mid. I think they're making it really hard for Sprout to set up a lot of their playbook. If you can take the mid control away from the Ts, a lot of the plays that Sprout might have set up could be revolving around that mid control. So the fact that Sinners have consistently been putting pressure on that position in recent rounds makes a big difference. Neofrag was able to get that spray through the smoke. This time Sprout look like they will fall back on this A execute. They have enough utility to put the standard smokes into play. And that means Neofrag might be isolated on the site here. This AWP of Oscar likely to be smoked off shortly.
Oh, Shot trying to throw down some counter utility to slow down the play and the pace of Sprout, who often have been able to get out in towards the site, and they've overrun the rifle. Shot able to at least pick up 1 pick, but he's going to be overrun. The Tech 9's now creating space, and that's an upgraded weapon. In fact, 2 of them in the hands of Sprout alongside a man advantage. If they get the bomb down here, Hawker, this could be a round win. They've looked better in these low-buy rounds than when they've got the rifles. And Slacks with the AWP is going to find another. Oh, God, this could be an absolute nightmare for Sinners. Zedko and Oscar trying to recover the round. But Sprout looking to take the lead again. It is looking so good for that to happen. Slacks holds down CT. Oscar trying to bait out the shot. Big brain plate from Oscar, but the second reply is there from Slacks. Just Zedko, and this round's done. Wow, what a round from Sprout.
Set play pays off for them. I think part of the problem here for Sinners in this round is you have Neofrag committed to the site, and then you have the 2 AWPs playing towards CT and playing towards stairs. And so there's no real way those CTs can fight too aggressively through the smokes when they have those snipers. I think Shock was able to move through the CT smoke, but that just meant that he was committed to the site without the rifle assistance once Neofrag went down. They weren't able to properly combine initially on the hold. That kill onto Neofrag was quick enough that then they could run down that AWP who was playing in towards triple. And it feels like it's the set plays that are being successful, Dinko. As you said, these pistol rounds, these low-buy rounds are looking better for Sprout. I think part of that is because they're just committing to a round early on instead of losing those fights towards mid. Seems to be helping them quite a lot. See if they decide to switch things up now in the gun rounds, as Sprout are in the lead and they take a timeout ahead of this one.
Honestly, Sprout looked way better on low buys. Let's see if their buy rounds can finally start to see some success. A couple of those pace changes towards the A site seem to keep constantly catching Sinners. That is going to be something in the back of their head they're going to have to deal with. Oscar tried to delay that smoke, and he's actually missed the window jump as well. Oscar commits to it anyway. I don't know if he got spotted there. Key is ready for it anyway. Oscar fully committed, his back turned. This is going to be a difficult shot for the AWPer. Key in close position, baits out the shot, and Oscar, you just can't win that fight. AWP is not designed for that close position, and they lose Oscar early in the round. Now looking at this potential Palace pop, Hawker. Shock has to hold it.
Nice kill from Shock, and he jumps up for a follow-up. Finally, Spitty able to trade. That was the bomb in his hand, so it was crucial that he won that fight. Sprout staying spread across the map, though, and Sinners are biting hard on this fake towards A right now. The problem is, Spitty's got the bomb in Palace, so they know he can't go back to B quickly. It would take him a long time to rotate back around. He is trying to establish position on B. They're just still staying spread out here, Dinko.
How does Shock get a double there? That is just the question of this round so far, and 45 seconds left. Key trying to make that space onto the B side. Setco gets a little warning shots and sets himself up in a more passive and better position for the long term to buy time. Key confirms the position of Zetko with that Molotov and will eventually drop him. The kill goes in favor of Sprout, but the bomb is still on A. Is that going to pull the rotation? It is. Beastick's leaving the site just as the T's begin to walk into the A site. Beastick needs to be careful here. He's aware of this possibility. He is coming back now to the stairway. He's worried about a potential flank as well, but he's caught the timing, and Beastick drops the bomb. That should be the round now, going in favor of Sinners, as Key is nowhere to be seen. The time, not enough of it here for Key to play with. And it's a safe call for him, as Sinners will tie up the scoreline. Beastick on the double. Massive 2K from him.
Whenever the rounds end up being spread more thin like that, those individual moments, even if it is just a double kill, make such a difference. Because you see there, the fact that the T's are still spread out and playing across the map means that's all you need to win the round. There isn't the ability for that final player to come into play. Sinners have been bouncing back strong here on Mirage. Been hard work for them, but they brought it back to an even scoreline again. Sprout are starting to shy away from that mid-control early now. Ooh, big nade into the apartment. Slacks and Spitty taking the brunt of it. Beastick getting up aggro into apps. That scope has been heard by Key. I don't think he can do much about it, though. No molly in his hands. Faven has one, though. Oh, it's a nade that's going to get dunked onto Oscar, and that's dead on. Oh, Rouse is top mid. Zedko was always going to get overrun there. Good trades from Sprout. The delayed mid-take pays off for them.
Four free three Oscar. He's gonna get caught. He's found himself in very difficult positions 200 rounds in a row now. Usually has such great awareness going into situations like that, but gets caught in position. Two-man advantage for Sprout, truly looking down the barrel at 7. Unless Beastick can have a beastly B-hold. And this flank from Shock could work wonders if Beastick can buy enough time. But he really needs at least 2 kills here. Popping out the window, there's the first, and he stayed alive. That delay in time will allow him to transition position. And here comes the flank. Remember about Shock in behind from the apartment. Beastick, if he gets 2, we are really inside of a round that can win. And Beastick with a 3K. It's all on Key. Finally comes in, but 9 seconds left. Shock's position is so strong in the apartments. It is going to be so difficult to clear him out of this. 1 second left. He just hit away, and Key will go down after the time as well. $350 extra salt to the wound, and that was 4 versus 2 advantage for Sprout, and they lose it, Hawker.
They just can't trade Beastick. He keeps on being able to reposition around the bomb site. He keeps on finding ways to just get a kill on an angle and then quickly duck back. Such a pest on that B side of the map, constantly staying alive, constantly repositioning, and making sure that Sinners take the lead for the first time on Mirage. And now Sprout are in such a poor position, as you pointed out. No money for Key. The rest of the team try and force, but they're broken. Faven with the 1 AK had to win that early fight. It goes his way. Zeko playing in from short, but it's Speedy to win further fights, and now Sprout are making this weakened by work. Zeko finally fighting back, but there's more work to be done.
Oh, Faven, what a headshot. That is huge. B-Stick down, and suddenly Sprout back in with a 4v2 again. This time, they don't look like they're going to lose it. Oh, missed shot from Oscar. Chunked down through the ticket box. Lost his teammate as well. Oscar is done in this round. That is going to be 7-7. What a game of Mirage this is, Hawker. Back and forth we go. Hasn't been the cleanest, that's for sure. But once again, Sprout spot a little bit of a weakness in towards this A site. Seems like whenever they need to get a bomb plant, they can just hit this A site with some fast pace, and it really hasn't been working for Sinners a lot of the time on these A holds.
Ooh, shot from Oscar was good, but too many players running him down. Oh, the AWP almost went too far away to recover. But Faven gets his long arms out, long reach, get that AWP into his hands. Yeah, Sinner's just losing a couple of those early fights. As you were saying, just that early fight on A, going against them, they kind of just lose those players way too soon in the round, which wasn't really expected against what was a weakened buy from Sprout. But now into the last round of the half, it's Sprout who should have a good chance to come away with the lead. Just the Deegs for Sinners into round 15, investing all they can, and still little to show for it.
Well, this is surely an 8th round, no problem for Sprout, surely. They found the first pick. Zedko and Oscar have a chance here to potentially find something in this window pick. It is actually Zedko that's been given the best opportunity, but you need to get that kill. Spitty gets away. Oh, that's a nightmare. That might just be the chances to on now. This time, B-Stick unable to get the hold. Zedko, shot getting two between them. Oh, another one from Zedko. Bomb down. And now maybe a chance for Sinners to win on Deeks again. The AK is now in the hands of Shock. Bomb looking to get planted for the apartments post-plant. Spitty, because he got away earlier, is up here in the apartments, and he gets the right read. He is ready for that flank of Zedko coming up through the apartments, but Spitty is so low that one body shot from the Deagle will be enough. He needs to get the headshot here, Spitty. He needs it, and he'll go down. It's all on Slacks, and he falls as well. Sinners on Deagles win the round to close the half. What an unbelievable finish, Hawker.
Oh, that is ridiculous. That's a ridiculous way to get an 8-7.
Well, it's time for a break, Hawker. Plenty of action will continue after this. You guys do not want to miss this finish on Mirage. It's 7-1/2. Sinners steal away an absolute nightmare round for Sprout to close out the first half and take that one-round lead. But it is as close as you can get it. It hasn't been the prettiest game of Counter-Strike, Hawker, but it's certainly been entertaining. I don't think Sprout had the cleanest of first halves. They would love a good start coming into the second.
Yeah, they would love that strong start here. Oh, Molly goes into window. Slacks decides to back off into connector, and that is a correct decision because they were about to push his position. He's able to get a kill and get away safely. Zedco trying to run him down, but Slacks continues to evade the aim of these Sinners players. Shock in ladder room. Here's the players. A double for Shock. Finally traded. And Sinners are going to get that bomb down. Or are they? They faked the plant. Slacks still close by. Another kill for Slacks. Finally traded.
Yeah, that's going to be the advantage now with Sinners. A massive kill there for Neophrite to find. Spitty has the kit, so he has got time to play with. Also has the smoke on his back. They could create a little bit of pressure and separate them into the 1 versus 1 fights, which is exactly what Spitty wants to do when you're in this situation. He's starting to clear connectors. Sometimes Spitty can waste too much time in these retake attempts, just clearing positions manually. He's got to smoke onto the bomb. Sometimes you've just got to take a little bit of a risk here, and Spitty commits in towards the bomb plant. Taps it, pulls the fight. Neophrite wins the headshot and the pistol for Sinners, up 9-7 as they win the first round of the second half.
Good stuff from Sinners. Off to a good start here in this second half. I said I thought they were slight favorites. We are seeing a close game hand on out so far. Sinners would love to take over here at the start of their T side. Really chaotic pistol. Sinners were happy to spread across the map. Shot getting a nice double kill into short. Helped tremendously. Sprout have gone for a force buy into this following round though. Deegs and a scout out for Sprout into round 17. Now taking a risk right now, leaning much more heavily over towards B. Could be the right read because Sinners are currently up in the B apartments. Oh, and they're using their nades into B right now. They could run into the stack here.
Oh, Favin has let them jump over the top of him. Neophrite goes down as well. Favin in with another shot. Favin mauling them to pieces as he goes back for 4. Finally put down by Oscar, but it is all just one player. It is Shock alone with a MAC-10. He'll start to come through the window, right through the murder hole, and it is so aptly named. Rouse with the headshot around a ridiculous round from Sprout. But Favin, my God, what beautiful shots out of his D.
Yeah, the stack from Sprout works out onto the B site. Sinners didn't go for the fact-finding mission. They didn't play for information. They just thought they could commit to the play with superior weaponry and some good utility. They thought they would be able to take control. That was not the case, though. Favin was in position. As you said, let that first man go, but that gave him that extra bit of time to line up a second headshot, which was well taken. He just keeps on repositioning around the bomb site. Beautifully done. Now it's Sinners' turn to try and make some impressive round wins happen, and the Deegs could be doing it for Sinners now. Oscar and Shock both find entries onto A. That should be a bomb plant.
Yeah, that is going to be a bomb plant. Hopefully that is all that the Sprout will concede in their head. That was so close to being another kill, but look at Spitty. This is going to be an easy kill for him in towards connector. B-stick looking the wrong way. Rifle collects its head. And now it really does become much more pressure for Oscar and Zedco. And now only Zedco. And when you see a player making this play, you know they're desperate. They're really desperate. He doesn't... Okay, he makes the knife sound, and there we go. Favin clears him out. Nice attempt from Zedco, but in the end, does get cleared out. Always was going to be. And Sprout will tie up the scoreline 9-9. That is going to be a real stinging factor for Sinners, just thinking about how they could be up very convincingly right now on this T side. And you're just going to be thinking about that Deagle round you lost in your head. This game has just been so back and forth like that for both teams.
And even in that round, Sinners have themselves a chance to try and bounce straight back with the Deegs after they get those couple of entries. Got themselves into a pretty good position, but Sprout weathered the storm well. It's not been the best day for Rouse individually. The IGL not meant to be a big fragger, but had a really tough time on Nuke. That's kind of continued into Mirage right now. Still a close game, though. So if he can step up, could definitely be the difference for Sprout here. And there we go. Nice shot from Rouse. Dealing with these Deegs pretty comfortably.
Yeah, it's going to be 10 rounds for Sprout. They'll be taking the lead. First team to reach double figures so far here in Mirage. Sinners would love a bomb plant if possible, but looking at the setup available to the CTs right now, it's pretty hard to see that happening. You have Rouse, who can be the early warning system that can call for the rotation back from window key. So even with Slacks, you have the rifle towards jungle quite quickly. Very unlikely a bomb plant will be coming through here for Sinners. Just a matter of time before they walk into the setup and get mauled to pieces by the rifles. Rounds away first, shoulder goes out, second kill is his, 10-9. And Sprout do reach double figures.
They reach double digits first. Sinners will look to be right behind them here as they finally get a buy back for themselves. Oscar able to get that AWP, as does Slacks. Both AWPers not having crazy carry games, but both having solid impact so far. If one of them could step up now, though, this is when it is starting to get down to crunch time here. Sprout taking a risk in this round. We've got the underpass aggression. They're about to spot that B is completely clear as they push through the underpass. Sinners are about to give the game away, though, because they're about to commit to this full exec out onto the A site.
Oh, full executors there, perfect. Rouse will be the first pillar of defense. He's tested well, and actually, he's going to be killed by his own teammate. Spitty brings him down before he could get a follow-up kill. It was looking good for Rouse to pick that kill up as well, and Spitty has to redeem himself. He's on the edge of the smoke. He's about to walk through under the scope of Oscar. They're standing right up above him. He did not see the Czech sniper who comes in from his vantage point. The sniper's nest on top of 3, and now Slacks goes with a no-scope. Favin slipping through the ramp, and his position given away. The turn back, he gets one before he hits the deck, and it's now all on Slacks. A 1v1 up against Zetko, and the rifle goes down. Slacks with an incredible round of the AWP, and the German sniper will bring 11 to Sprout.
What a shot at the end. What a round from Slacks on the whole. Talked about both AWPs before this round. Oscar got a double kill. It's the triple from Slacks that's the difference maker, though. Had to hit some impressive shots in the mix there. Complete chaos in that round out onto the A site. Spitty, I think, was trying to spam close to Slacks because he thought the players were going to push his position, and it's the right sort of idea. Just got the angle slightly wrong. Ended up getting a team kill. It looked so good for Sinners. The Sprout find the hero play to bail them out, and ouch. That is a brutal nade onto Oscar early. And his most
it is beefy. Rowls holding the ramp, trying to spot out feet as quickly as possible. Slack's going to be moving away at the wrong time, and Oscar has actually gone down very quickly. The Deagle swung out of Palace, removes Rowls in the close ramp position. Bomb plant will be confirmed. Good nade on top. Not going to be doing too much about the whole round, though, because that's the kill that could, though. Slacks goes down as he peeks into the rifle of Favin that was waiting for him. And suddenly there is a shot here for Sinners to take 10 rounds. Surely not another low-buy round. Going against Sprout. B-stick plays from ramp. Wants a better weapon, but none available. Will have to play with the Tech 9 instead. Neofrike will sit in his position. He's waiting for it. Kill comes in. The AK is able to pick it up, and now cleaned up, and Spitty in with a double kill. They'll pull through in the defuse, and it's 12 rounds for Sprout as they make the retake work.
Solid stuff from Sprout. Even if they concede the site, they make sure they're still in a good enough position to convert the round. It is a 12-9 lead. And it's starting to get to the point where Sinners may be feeling the pressure here. Reminder, this is the lower bracket of the ESL Challenger Anaheim closed qualifier, which means the loser of this map is out. They will not be making it through the qualifier into that main event. Right now, Sinners are looking worse for wear, but they've got a buy into this one. Flash forces Slacks off the angle. The mid-control should be good for Sinners initially, though Sprout will hang around, try and make life difficult for Sinners. That nade looks good.
It certainly is good. His molly plays even better. Hawker starting to burn them away, bringing them down. Sinners low on health, and it's going into top. That's going to work out. Kill down, Neofrag out. The man advantage in play here for Sprout. Looking to try and take us to 13 if possible.
So many players converging on mid, yeah.
It's impossible for them to try and crack this one open.
Oh, Oscar scoping in short. They might know he's here. Moving in with that sniper, and there are so many players around. He almost got that pick. Wants to jump into window, but maybe decides against it. Time to just drop into underpass. Play the safe game. 40 seconds remaining. Sprout will start to go back into a more standard setup, focusing on the site holds. And Favin on this B bomb site could be the player called upon.
Favin holds. Apartment play comes through. Favin trying to do the initial damage as the attack has already happened. Here comes the Sinners. Execute into the site. Favin with one. Shock. Able to reply quickly. Spitty's in a good spot, but gets blindsided from the right. It's all on Oscar. The clutch not happening. 13 rounds for Sprout. 3 away now from confirming victory in this best of 3.
Solid hold from Sprout in towards the B site. Yeah, just using a lot of their utility on mid and making sure they rotate players into possession to make that early utility make the difference. And then even though Favin only gets 1 kill on the B site, Spitty was so close by that he could move into position and make sure that Sprout hold on. Sinners with the AKs into this one, but this game is slowly slipping away from them. Key into top connector, using that smoke to his advantage. Wins the initial fight against Zegco. Sinners struggling on mid right now. Key looking to hold, but Neofrag with a really nice reaction in below. Sits in that smoke, brings that kill back.
Sinners just slowing the pace down in this 4v4. Try and keep the CTs guessing. Sinners do look to go towards the B site to finish. Currently 2 players close by. Favin alongside Spitty for the 2 rifle setup in the B bomb site. Favin's position once again good for the initial information. He had a little check towards short to make sure he isn't being walked up on. And here comes the play forward. Utility once again. Sinners challenge the B site down. Favin yet to strike from his position. He holds the spot. He's waiting for the pick. 40 seconds left. Favin sprays. B-stick and Oscar with 2 kills. And Sinners have got themselves into the site. This is 10 rounds already. Sprout onto the save call. And Sinners with a fantastic B hit. It's convincing enough to force Sprout away.
Finally finding a bit of success. Getting that initial even trade, I think was a help in that. They're able to muscle their way onto that B side of the map off the back of it. Sinners finally finding double digits. It's been a bit of a long wait for them. Eventually getting up to their 10th round win. Still good money for Sprout. Slack's even able to save that AWP despite having a ton of cash. I'm going to go for that double AWP setup too. Favin has been playing on that B side of the map. Oftentimes that B anchor likes to take the AWP every now and then. It's strong to have that sniper up into the apartments. Just the one angle you have to hold as long as your teammates have mid control. Look at this from Sinners, though. 4 into Palace early. We could be on for a quick play here.
It's going to be a very quick play. They get a waterfall out of the Palace. Not usually around you using gun rounds, but here they go. Diving down into the site. Raul's trying to hold from the back of Triple. He spots out the Tetris player first, but it's actually Slacks that has taken that first kill. And now they move forward, trying to chop down the numbers for the CT defense, but it is holding strong for now. Spitty and Key taking 2 between them. Neofrag's Glock has found a kill for Sinners, but this quick play so far has not worked out for Sinners. They are down 2 members. We'll need an absolutely massive recovery here, and it just isn't going to happen. The quick play does not pay off. And 14 rounds now for Sprout. 2 away from taking victory and eliminating Sinners from the lower bracket here at ESL Challenger Anaheim EU close qualifiers.
It's a very ballsy call. And Rouse has stepped up here on this CT side. I think he was on 4 kills, or a pretty low number earlier on, but he's slowly been putting up some numbers. Just doing enough as that anchor on the A site to try and just either delay things or get that 1 kill you need at times. Sometimes 1 frag is enough in certain positions. Sinners this time grouped up outside B early. Faven has that AWP playing a passive angle. They just try and contact this. Could be an early kill, but he misses his opportunity. Makes up for it second time, though.
Yeah, Faven's doing a good job here just in this position. Can often be so impactful when he pulls out that secondary AWP. And you can see why just hitting those easy shots up into the apartments has chopped down the numbers of Sinners, and their economy is going to go with it. 15-10 for Sprout is looming. You got to see Oscar and Neofrag work together to pull off this 2 versus 5, and it's just not very likely at all. Now, if Neofrag goes down here, that would have been the end, but able to pick up the kill.
Oh, and they just trickles onto him. He's trapped in a corner, nowhere to go. Oscar's got 1 back. Don't feed the beast. They won't. Faven's in behind with the USP. 15-10 for Sprout. They have been so strong here on this CT side. Faven continues to step up. The rest of the team joining him. But it is Faven leading the charge for Sprout and likely leading them to victory here. 15-10 lead. Series point for Sprout. Sinners on their last legs, and you can even see it in terms of the buy Dinko. It's far from perfect. Oscar on a scout, Zedko on a dig. At least they have the nades. Slack's been smoked off early. Looks like Sinners focusing on mid to begin with.
Neofrag gets into the window. Oh, it's a no-scope from Faven. What a start to the round. Slack's able to get another one as well. This could be a quick finish for Sprout. Sinners are down to 3 players. And Zedko is about to come through into the connector. Can they stop this from happening, Sinners? Can they keep themselves alive? Key takes down Zedko, and now just Oscar left alone. It is done. Holka, Sprout have taken the win on Mirage. 16-10 with a flawless closer. Absolutely fantastic showing out of Sprout. They'll continue their life here at ESL Anaheim close qualifiers. I mean, we're looking at this Sinners team. It's got to feel bad about losing in that fashion, Holka, but they give us a good game of Counter-Strike, at least in the best of 3.
Yeah, I gotta say.